Yeah. So I know. So let me. Okay, listen. I'm doing this for the content, guys. Listen, this is how much I fuck with you guys. So I'm gonna give you guys an insight into the behind the scenes. So I actually knew about
Yeah.
Magana, like a while ago. She released a song, I believe it was called Drifting, like way back in 2018, and I believe I heard it in 2019, and I reached out to her. So this is like when you're a producer, what you do is you find some artists and they really excite you, and then you just hit them up. So I was like, because I saw the release and I was like, Magana, that name is so familiar, and I was like, wait, I know Magana, and then I was like, yo, I actually hit her up way back in the day, and I still have the DMs. So this is how it usually goes. Yeah. What did you guys like my DMs? This is how young Afam, young. I say
relatively young.
Young
compared to you.
4.5 year. Yeah, exactly. So 4.5 year Afam. Wait, 4.5 year ago, Afam in the past. That makes
that's a long way to say what you're trying to say. Read the DMs, man. Let's see what Afam was cooking.
So yo, what's up, and welcome to episode 59 of the 30% podcast. I go by the name of Afam, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host Sam. Sam, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Yo, good to be back. Good to be back in the flow of the podcast, which, by the way, you can listen to on YouTube. You can listen to this on Anchor Podcast. You can listen to this on Spotify. You can listen to this on Apple Podcasts, as well as Google Podcasts. You can find us on social media. You can find us on X. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Threads. You can find us on LinkedIn. And I believe we have a link tree in our bio, which you can follow and just find all the platforms in which we exist.
That's
Sam,
a fact.
How are you?
I am good, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Before we get into actually how our weeks are, I found an interesting article about Sam. Do you believe in angel numbers?
I don't even know what those are,
So, angel numbers can be a powerful source of inspiration and guidance. By staying receptive to the messages they contain, you could uncover the key to unlocking your full potential and purpose in life. When interpreting angel numbers, thinking about how you felt in the moments leading up to seeing the number is essential. Now, we are in episode 59.
Okay.
I want to read let's figure out what this whole episode means. Sam, ultimately, the 59 angel number symbolizes abundance, wealth, and success. Everybody who is listening to this podcast right now, we are listen.
Oh, no.
This episode is an episode. Wait, no. This is serious. This is serious.
We're not doing this.
No, this is serious stuff. This number symbolizes abundance, wealth, and success. Well, this angel number appears in your life.
Sound like a Nigerian pastor
appearing in our lives. Sam, let me cook. It can indicate that you are about to experience a period of great prosperity and good fortune. The angels are encouraging you to keep taking steps towards your goals and your dreams. They are signaling that the universe is ready to open doors of abundance in your life. Listen, episode 59
this is unexpected.
Is an episode of abundance.
Oh no. Only this episode. So when we get to 60, what are we doing? Is it? Are we back to?
And then when we get to 69, you know what time it is, bro. Anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, listen, episode 59. We made it, bro. We made it here, man.
What did you say? Episode of success and abundance.
exactly
Facts.
prosperity, abundance,
Yeah, I'm with it, bro.
and
Yeah.
wealth, and also success.
Of course. And
Yes.
as we definitely wish, because we wouldn't just want to use that blessing on ourselves, would we? So on everyone who's listening.
Did you have an abundantly wealthy, successful week?
Let's take the wealthy out. We can live with abundantly successful. No, it actually a successful week. I was in the studio more times than I have been, which was cool. Worked on some really good music. I had a really cool experience where it's interesting as a producer, where when you make something and before you play it, it's just like just kujishukutu. And then you're like, you know what, let me sneak this one in. Hopefully they like it. And then you sneak it in and they're like, fam, this is the greatest thing ever. So it's very nice when that happens. I had on those. And
okay.
Yeah, so it was just that, and then just really honestly working. I've been trying to produce a lot more and link up with artists. So that's that, man. My life right now is grind mode. It is grind mode. So that's what I've been doing.
Go, bro.
That's what I've been doing. What have you been up to?
Me, I've been smoking gasoline in the Kilimani Gaza. I've been getting cheese like a Milimani pasta.
There we go.
Linking with my rastas.
Speaking of pastas.
We be in the cell like Mikasa. Sukasa. Hey, promoters wanna follow you.
I don't know. I don't know that line.
The vision in a song. Come on, Sam.
I appreciate.
How much for a set? How much for a set?
What did you say? Something?
Mtajua tukibonga. Sam.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm letting you down, man. I'm letting you down.
I heard he was speaking, then I heard he was no longer getting way too fast. Okay, anyway. I
like the bonga no longer. I like that. That's very very
the kaba tu befika juba doba zina
gonga.
Was
it gonga? I got it.
Bro. Anyway. For those of you guys wondering what is Afam on about, those are the famous lyrics by a famous Kenyan artist called Corby. Anyway, sorry, it's just been in my head, man. I don't know why those lyrics have been in my head. So my week has consisted of me listening to that song. Then, okay, the first 3 days of my week were dedicated to making Afrobeats for reasons unstated, but it was it was intense. I was making Afrobeats like from dusk till dawn. I made enough Afrobeats for a lifetime almost. That's how it felt. But yeah, so I made a bunch of Afrobeats until Wednesday, and then so what else did I do this week that was of note? And then on Thursday we had the announcement. So Steph sent me the trailer for the song for Cocoa Butter, like the video, and I was so impressed, man. Bro, I'm telling you, like videographers are like magicians, because like on the day, like when we were doing the shoot, like it was very run and gun. It was like,
doesn't look like much.
We shoot this, whatever. But then he sends the edit in, and I'm like, what? It's so insane. So anyway, that edit was
the
crazy.
The miracle of editing is what it is.
I know. So so then we had the announcement for the song, for the video, which by the way, if you guys are listening to this, it's coming out tomorrow, the music video for Cocoa Butter. You may see me there again, but like if you see me, you didn't see me.
Well, you dripped out.
Moving on. No, I wasn't.
You didn't have the drip drop. My bad. Sorry.
No, I just look like a music producer. It's sad.
It's on brand.
What else did I do on the week?
Tell us.
Bro, whenever anybody asks this question, it's like...
Whenever anyone asks any question, that's when the answers decide not to show up.
They're just not available.
It's camouflage. That's what it is.
Yeah. Let me see. Mama say. I don't know. I didn't really do that much. Like my week was mostly about just making music, and then scheduling a bunch of stuff as well in terms of music. We have a few release plans down the pipeline. Actually, there's some music coming out.
Nice.
Month.
I saw something you had posted. There's some artist you posted on Instagram page. What was that page? None of it was real.
Yeah. And then me and my bro Foster, we started a page called None of It Was Real. And essentially what we'll be doing is we'll just be highlighting
artists.
just artists who we listen to more on the alternative spectrum of music.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's literally just that. It's just we're highlighting the whole world of drum and bass and maybe a little bit of hyperpop and maybe a little bit of shoegaze, maybe a little bit of alternative rock-ish leaning stuff, but just stuff that's alternative in general.
Just for highlighting sake. That's a goal. Just to highlight it.
Yeah, just for highlighting sake, because like we feel like it's a space that's not really highlighted. Like the spaces that are really highlighted are like the trap scene is very well covered, the hyperpop scene is very well covered, the pop scene is very well covered, but just the area in between, that gray area where it's like people who are making like D&B and stuff, but like also like being very experimental with it.
Yeah,
like this girl called Ivory. We just wanted to like highlight that. So yeah, we started a page and hopefully it does well. But yeah, Sam, tell me what is happening in this the musical streets, as they would be referred to by myself.
The industry is waking up.
Bro, the industry is really, really waking up.
The industry is waking up. It was a good sleep towards the end of the year.
Okay.
People need to get back.
So I found an article. One, shout out to Sophie and Zhao, of course.
Yep.
So I listened to I know this is not the music segment, but it makes sense. Listened to the remix by Major Lazer. I know Diplo did a remix to Mwaki, of course. And that came out.
Which is interesting.
And yeah.
It's interesting that...
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm saying... No, just sorry. Actually, I interrupted you for no reason. Continue.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, yeah. And so Diplo is actually doing a show on the 20th of January.
Yeah.
It's going to be in Carnivore. And this is actually the third time he's going to be in the country. The event is organized by Kenya Knights.
Yeah.
And he's going to be sharing the stage with Kooldrink from South Africa, Nitefreak from Zimbabwe, and our very own Hiribae, who used to be 1/5 of EA Wave, among other local DJs who will also be there. To EA Wave, yeah. I don't know. I think they're more like trying to be like a label or something. I don't know. So apparently he made a video kind of saying that, yo, you know how they always make videos? Yo, Nairobi, what's up? Sam, do you always find those videos cringy? Yo, Nairobi, what's going on?
They look like they're being oppressed.
And then at the end, they always try to add some Swahili. So they'll be like, "Hey, tutaonana,
looking forward to having you." He's just like, "All right, thanks, bro. Shout out Diplo."
Why is it so, who tells them to do these things?
No, you have to, but Sam, you have to.
Who tells them to do
but you have to. At the end of, like, you want them to feel like you're part of them, you know. It's like how, like, when
Yo, Nairobi Niaje, I go by the name Drake. Oh, sorry.
Bro.
And Drake would do
you
that.
Imagine,
Drake would definitely do
no,
that.
Man. No, Drake is corny enough to do that, I think.
Because you know the video of Drake where he's like, there's a video of Drake where he's the one where he's like, oh, man's, what does he say?
Drake speaking Swahili.
Man don't care about all that. It's like, why are you saying that? He was saying that because of the song. But why are you saying that like in a video because you're out in the UK?
Drake is he's good with that. It'd be interesting. Why are we talking about Drake? No, shout out to Diplo, man. Diplo, Kenya seems to be this is, I was aware of the 2014 one. And okay, no, yeah. So he's been here twice before. Okay, man, that's super dope. It's interesting that he dropped the Mwaki release right before he decides to come here. Like that's good marketing in my opinion. It makes
sense tactically.
Yeah,
bro. Before the podcast, Sam was telling me that he released a song with Nyashinsky, and I was like, that must have been really poorly marketed because I can't
even find it anywhere.
You can't even find the song, bro. That song. Yeah, that song must have not done really well because, like, I didn't even know that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, there was it's called
But yeah,
Stay.
I mean,
It's called Stay Open.
Stay Open.
Yeah, Diplo, MO,
Well,
which is MO was on Lean On. You need somebody to lean on, and Yashinsky.
I didn't even know that song existed.
Yeah,
but yo, for those of you who are, sorry.
No, I was trying to see whether it's on streaming platforms. It is actually, but I couldn't find it recently. Anyway, continue.
No, I was just gonna say, for those of you who are very into the ounce is in your blood stream. I guess this is something that you guys are looking forward to. Sam, do you think you're gonna attend the Kenya Nights gig?
I don't think so. I mean,
why not? That's not your scene. That's not your vibe.
It's not my. No, not necessarily. I mean, not. I could go for the music's sake, but then I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to. Diplo is cool.
So this raises the question:
is this Diplo solo or Major Lazer? Major Lazer's Diplo, so it's just Diplo.
Yeah, I think it's just Diplo.
Okay, sorry,
but he shows love, bro. He must love coming here because I mean this is going to be the third time he comes through. So.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Thomas Wesley Pence.
Thomas Wesley Pence. He's from America.
Okay, so that's Diplo. Okay, so this is we are in January, and this, bro, do you feel like this year is already going? Like it's already been 2 weeks.
We're halfway through
January.
Think
the year is already flying by?
Oh, that's how the year moves at a constant speed. I think it's just our participation in it that dictates whether it's moving fast or slow.
Also, I read somewhere that like the older you grow, a year becomes less of a big period of time because it's in the sense of how we perceive it, because it becomes a smaller fraction of our entire life. For example, when we were 10, right, and you're in class 5, you'd only lived 9 years prior to that. So a year is really, really significant.
Okay.
So that's why like a year, like when you're in class 5, felt like a year. Like that year felt like really long, and like, because at the time when you were experiencing it, that was a 10th of your life. Now, if you are 30, for example, a year is a 30th of your life. So it feels relatively less significant than it would a 10-year-old. I don't know if I'm making sense.
It definitely makes sense. It makes sense. But then now it's like, so now as you grow older, because you don't know how much of the year, I mean, how many years you have left, because we never know, right? But I guess you're just functioning off. That's interesting. Did you get that from the same site as the angel numbers?
Wow, Sam, throwing shade. So wow.
Angel numbers. I can't believe you did that. No, prosperity. Prosperity and wealth.
I can't believe Sam doesn't want us to be prosperous and wealthy.
Wealth and prosperity. Angel numbers. What does that even mean? Who came up with that? Who was sitting in their basement typing that up? That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know.
Listen, Sam, don't be so skeptical, man. Don't be such a skeptic.
I'm a skeptic.
Okay, so this, like I was saying, this is the beginning of the year, and you know, a lot of people are, especially in all industries, we're trying to set up what 2024 is going to look like. And and if you're in the creative scene, there are a few opportunities that you should be looking to kind of involve yourself in. Essentially, these opportunities can really, really greatly impact your year and even next year, because some of these opportunities span 2 years. And one thing, and we've talked about this in the podcast before, when highlighting different various opportunities, like getting grants and all this type of stuff can really, really help facilitate the art. For example, like even the press play, I believe, I don't have the specific grant like pulled up, but I believe Soul Generation secured a grant that kind of enabled them to engage in the press play project. And so like there's so and look, like now that's initiative that has put on the likes of Juanita and Bakita. Like, so you see, like grants can really help unlock industries, because it helps people have that ability to facilitate like some of these initiatives that might take a lot of capital that maybe you just don't have liquid at the moment, right? So I found a few articles. So one of them is, there's an open call for the Nafasi Co-production Fund, which is gonna be led by Goethe-Insititute. They are inviting applications for the NCF fund in Kenya. The initiative was birthed to encourage more dialogue and interdisciplinary collaboration between artists, and the fund will support 3 innovative collaborative works/projects grounded on a collective artistic collaboration that explores new art forms in the areas of visual art, music, dance, theater, and new media.
Yep.
Each of the 3 selected projects will benefit from a grant of 400,000 Kenya shillings. The final output will be presented at the Goethe-Insititute Nairobi or any pre-approved and free-to-use space of the artist's choosing in the year 2024. The application deadline is on the 31st of January. And listen, the eligibility is open to all creatives in Kenya. Like, all you just need to do is you need to submit your project description, right?
Yep.
Which must include like a brief profile of the artist involved and any relevant links to the websites that you have, etc. You have to have a time plan for your projects, because all of these outputs must be presented before the 31st of November. You need to have an itemized budget, which shouldn't exceed 400,000. It can cover the cost of production, props, space hire, assistant fees, all that jazz. So, if you're building up to like now, if the music industry and you want to build up to like an album or an EP, and you know, this is something.
It's a good thing to apply for.
Really help.
It's a good thing to apply for.
Yeah. So the applicants will be contacted before the 3rd of February, and there's no specified format for the application process. And the costs to be covered by Goethe directly include posters and PR material, photography of the final output, and all space-related costs. So listen, if you are an artist listening to this podcast, I would greatly urge you to like look at this opportunity and see if it fits or suits your vision. And then go for it.
I mean, if you have a vision that takes money, it's just, I guess, so they have a budget limit, which I guess would be the major thing. And they also said that the artists, what was the term they used? The artists' fee should be part of it, but it shouldn't exceed 45%. So that's just important to note, because we know how sometimes it could be where the artist fee is the bulk of. Actually, with a lot of productions, working in a lot of productions outside, I've seen that artists, depending on what it is, sometimes artists tend to take a huge chunk of, like, even in like Hollywood films and stuff like that. Like, they have but the artists will take like 10 to 20. The actors take like 10, 20, 30, sometimes 40% of the entire budget, which is huge. It's definitely a good opportunity. A good opportunity. It'd be good to see what comes. They said that there's 3 projects that they're going to sponsor. Yes. So
400,000. 400,000 is good money to like for a project.
It's good enough for successful,
like a music project.
Yeah, it's good for successful.
That's good.
Project here locally. That's pretty dope. Yeah, that's cool. So on other Goethe-Insititute, is it Goethe or Goethe? Do you know how to pronounce that? Goethe-Insititute news. So there's the Sasa Nairobi Arts Fellowship, the open call for the Sasa Nairobi Arts Fellowship.
Shout out to Goethe-Insititute, man.
Yeah,
shout out to them.
They're doing a whole bunch in, like, we've I think we covered them last year also. They're doing a whole bunch for, not let me say a whole bunch, but they're doing creating opportunities for artists, not just artists but creatives, which is really cool. So the Artist Fellowship is I guess the other grant sort of that they're looking for applications for.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's part of the institute's visual art program. It aims at giving artists space and resources to present concept-based exhibitions. So 2-year program.
Wait, did you say this is the Sasa Nairobi Arts Fellowship?
Yeah, the Sasa Nairobi Artist, the open call for the Sasa Nairobi Artist Fellowship. Yeah, it's a 2-year program that attempts to bridge the gap between artistic scholarship, research, and practice, and is designed to provide structured support to mid-career artists and curators to help them advance to the next stage in their careers. So this one is almost slightly different from the last one we talked about. This one seems to be more how do you put it? More focused, more technically. I don't know if technical is the right word, but it seems like it has a lot. The fellowship will take the form of lectures. So it's definitely more serious if there's lectures involved. Introduction to performance art, public art, and concept in sculpture, exploring theories and advancements in curatorial practice, in-person and online presentations by guest artists, cultural practitioners, and various thought leaders from Kenya and abroad, which is pretty cool. I'd like to know who those are actually. Group discussions.
Yeah.
Group discussions is taking me back to my college days where I'm having flashbacks.
To uni.
Writing workshops, one-on-one mentorship sessions, and consultation. And more, man. And a possible road trip to Kampala, Uganda. So if you have been looking, if you're a mid-career artist who has been looking for an opportunity to go to Uganda,
this is
definitely
right
your alley. Yeah, it is. So there's a structure.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too stringent. Like March, you have to be available for 2 weeks, April 1 week, June 1 week, August 2 weeks. So like it's flexible ish,
yes.
But like it's definitely looks like it's a whatever. You have to dedicate that at least like a portion of your time.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely time. It requires some of that. So how you'd apply for this? And of course you can go and check the requirements and everything at the Goethe-Insititute. I'm sure they have it there, and also the article is on the music in africa.net, so you can find that there. But we're just highlighting it. So how you could apply for that? You apply in various documents. So I think there's 3 documents that you need. The first document, you need to describe your current body of work, and how it fits into your larger artistic practice, and then your vision and the goals that you have. Document 2, your bio and your statement. And it's really important. Over the
okay, that's fair.
Over the holidays, I was looking to write a bio. And you think that it's a very simple. Well, there's people on Spotify who don't really take that serious, and they just like put a smiley face or something. But then writing a good bio is super important, because that's like the it's like one of the introductions to how you think as an artist, and what you want people to know. So that's really cool. And then the document 3 is your portfolio. So I'm guessing what you've done. It could links, website, social media, and your artist bios and whatever it is. So yeah, this is a really cool opportunity. It's an opportunity to sorry, before I mention that, so you can check the details on the website. Goethe-Insititute. I keep saying that wrong.
And then Sam, what's the monetary like benefit?
The monetary benefit.
Did they mention? Oh yeah, I think they did. Each artist will receive a stipend of 10,000 Kenya shillings per month for a period of 10 months, and a total material research budget of 25,000, which it's decent. And this will also include a library membership card to allow access to the Goethe-Insititute art books collection.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Any amount of money as an artist could be used well. So
and the time you're supposed to submit this shortlisted applicants will be contacted before 12th February, and you can send in your application anytime before the 28th of January. So you have about 2 weeks for both applications, essentially. So,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see all of the artists like win, and if you guys think any of these open calls and grants like apply, then you should definitely look into them
For sure.
and see if there are things
For
that
sure,
you want
for sure.
to participate in.
And shout out to the institute, man. This is
Shout out to Goethe.
stay
Shout
supporting.
out to Goethe.
They stay.
Some might say they're the goats. Anyway, that was horrible. So anyway, and you're the one who said, Sam, you're the same person who said that I'm the one who always leaves a silence after like.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Honestly, I didn't mean to do
the same. I'm trying to. You just did the same thing to
me.
My
bad. I'm sorry. But why would you say that? The thing is, you've been knowing that you're saying this, this wild out of pocket statements, that have humor attached to them. But
that wasn't wild and that wasn't out of pocket. It was just cringe.
Blowing things out of proportion. Come on, it's 2024.
Anyway, okay, so Sam, there was an article I saw that was actually very interesting that I wanted to get your opinion on. So, there was an article about global music streams hitting about 4 trillion streams in 2023. And by global, they essentially mean like what they call Latin music. Well, no, what they call world music, and then also Latin music. And world music includes J-pop, K-pop, Afrobeats. We're all thrown in the same genre because, like, I
don't understand. Afrobeat, I kind of understand, but K-pop and J-pop, it feels like it shouldn't be in that.
It's world music. The rest of the world, outside of the Western cultures, essentially, is what's happening
shout out
here.
To them.
Anyway, so the all of these genres have experienced rapid increases in growth, especially streaming wise, which is good news, especially for us, because it means our music is being consumed way more in the global village that we live in. There's some statistics about how Calm Down by Rema and Selena Gomez has just done like huge numbers and everything.
The 5th most consumed song in the US. Which is ridiculous, honestly. It's crazy.
4.8 million song sales and on-demand streams. And then this report also shows that Afrobeats / Afropop was the 9th largest growing genre in the US.
9th largest?
Just over 2 billion. Yeah. Growing genre. The top 3 genres in the US are rock, hip-hop, and R&B, with rock surpassing 15 whatever. But the interesting thing I saw in this article was so all the data was compiled by Luminate, and Luminate usually does a year-end report that usually highlights just the music industry and
numbers,
all the exactly
regions. So it's a very detailed, informative report. It's pretty cool.
And okay, so one thing about these reports, so even if we're looking at the IFPI report and Luminate, like one thing about these reports that it's always frustrating is that there's a very limited coverage of African music. Usually they'll do a thing where they'll bunch the Middle East and North African countries together and call them the MENA region. Then they'll bunch the Sub-Saharan African countries together, and then usually they'll target South Africa and Nigeria and
as almost as standouts.
Yeah, and usually it's a bit frustrating because it's like, damn, I just
want to know what's happening in Congo,
like,
bro.
Like what are people in Benin consuming? Like, would be dope to know. You know what I mean? But so there's just a small snippet where Kenya gets some like coverage and this on this Luminate report. And I found it interesting. It's very small, but I wanted to get your opinion. So they say there is a 99% overall streaming penetration among all music listeners in Kenya. I've been trying to figure out what they mean by streaming penetration.
That statement means, because that will dictate what they're trying to say. Let's go to good
Yeah.
old Google.
But anyway, they also, while Sam Googles,
Yeah.
so they also said the top music discovery methods in Kenya are via social media, television, and streaming services, which is interesting because I thought radio would be part of that. Because I think radio
Really?
is still very, very big
It
in
is.
the music industry in Kenya.
That's actually that's pretty interesting. Sorry, we will get back to that. Streaming penetration basically means the amount of the population streaming. So that's really honestly what it is.
What? So 99% of our population is streaming?
That seems 99. That doesn't seem right, does it? That doesn't. What population are they talking about? Are they talking about the entire country?
Oh, I think they're talking about. Oh, okay. I think they're talking about because this is the overall streaming penetration among all music listeners.
Okay, makes sense. Among music, because I was thinking,
Yes.
yeah, there's definitely.
So it's among the music. No, that's really
But
good.
that's
really
super
good.
high. That's almost 100%. Of course, it's
It
almost
is.
100%.
I mean, it is, man. So they're saying the top music discovery methods are social media, TV, and streaming. I don't know. I found that interesting because I thought radio would be part of that. But if you're a music creative or creator, now you're looking at social media. That's a big one. Streaming services. That's a big one.
Social media.
I think in streaming services, they'll also even include like YouTube and all that stuff. Then, this was the interesting statistic. So, if you look at Nigeria, the top music discovery methods are social media, TV, and friends/relatives, which is interesting. Okay, but then
that's top, interesting to put inside.
I know that's so interesting.
Friends and family.
Yeah, but then. They say the top local genre in Nigeria is Afrobeats.
Okay,
big
makes
surprise
sense.
there. And then top foreign genre is blues. But now you look at the Kenyan industry.
Yeah.
Our top local genre is Kenyan gospel. And our top foreign genre is Christian/gospel music. And I wanted to know, what do you think about that?
In my mind, it makes sense. I think gospel music has an area of crossover. So a lot of the people who listen to not gospel, but they listen to the how do you say this? The rest. What's the other?
The other genres of music.
The other genres of music. A lot of them, let me say a lot of them, but some of them would listen to gospel. So there's that crossover.
Yeah.
Actually, no, there's crossover on both sides if you think about it. Huh.
But it just goes to show how big gospel music is and the gospel industry.
Really
That's why you
is.
always see all the artists, like the life cycle of an artist is you come up, you're popping, then you decide I'm going to go into gospel music.
And then they decide they're going to go back. So
There's
that too. But it's really interesting. It would be cool to see. Now, this is just my thoughts. Okay, this is just from my brain. It'd be interesting to see parallels of, so like with gospel music. A lot of the times, gospel music tends to imitate. I won't say here in Kenya. I'm just looking at the gospel music in general. But sometimes gospel music tends to imitate what's happening. So it'd be interesting to see like gospel, like gengetone and gospel. Like what's happening on the other side. I don't think we see that currently here. I think gospel music has its own concentrated sound and all that stuff. So it'd be interesting to see because the data is saying that's the largest, right? So it'd be interesting to see more. Let me just put it simply: more imitation, more exploration of the gospel genre outside of what we already know it to be. But I don't know, man. That's really interesting.
Essentially, what Sam is saying is he's trying to get into the gospel game, and he wants to make more relatable stuff to him so that he can, he can also participate.
Okay, I won't highlight that. That's not what I was trying to say. I'm just saying that it would be interesting to see, because gospel, all I'm saying is that gospel seems to have, like, when someone says a gospel song, it seems to have like specific sounds. So it'd be cool to see in Kenya.
Yeah,
the
that's why I'm
devastation.
saying some wants to make trap beats and still make it gospel.
That's not what I'm trying to. All right. You know what? You win. You win. What else, please?
Listen, shout out to Luminate for this interesting insight. Best believe. No, not best believe. I was gonna say best believe we're gonna start making gospel tracks. No. But it's just interesting. It's interesting insight into the Kenyan music industry, and I'd like to see way more like detailed data on the Kenyan music industry. I feel like
actual like numbers, not percentages.
it's always so limited, and we only have these small snippets to hang on to, and just kind of like So yeah. Yeah, man. So was there anything else in the news that caught your eye?
Not much. Let me see. There was something last year we had talked about. There was a big hoo-ha from Spotify talking about the 1,000 plays,
yes,
or fewer, 1,000 plays or fewer won't be getting monetized, which is interesting. I feel like they should have put it at 999 because 1,000 seems like anyway. So sorry, digressing. So they have a few number statistics for us, just to put it in perspective. So last year they said 158 million tracks. So 158 million individual pieces of sonic art had
how many?
158 million. So that's 158 with 6 zeros at the end of it, I think. Had 1,000 plays or fewer on music streaming services last year, and which is a huge number, honestly. And then 45 million had no plays at all. So this would be 45 million being songs that are already existing on the platform, and I guess new songs that are being uploaded, which is a hard feat to like. I would think that even if as an artist, if you upload your song, please listen to it once, just put it on play and go out, and But yeah, so that just validates.
So the whole thing was about them not paying out artists who don't reach that $1,000 play threshold, right?
Yeah.
And I've just done some quick maths. And look, Spotify pays out on average about $0.003 to $0.005 of per stream on average, which is crazy. So that would mean with this 158 million streams that they don't really get to around about 1,000 plays. It means that the money that's now going to be redirected from those people who are making music that doesn't reach those thresholds will be round about between $474,000 to $790,000 as the upper limit, if you do the maths. So that's interesting, but that's significant.
It is significant. It's significant. I feel like it's not that much in terms of Spotify's overall revenue, but it's significant in terms of and now plus the 45 million that didn't, and I guess for them their thought would be, so the songs having to put the songs up on Spotify, like there are costs involved, right? So those songs, according to them, aren't making money, and it costs, which is, I don't know whether that's where the ground is tricky, but then it costs money to maintain them on the servers and whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure some of that 400 or to 700K could cover those costs. Anyways, I don't know what's happening. This is merely just speculation, but it's really interesting. I honestly didn't think that the numbers would be that many. Like 158 million tracks is a lot of tracks not to get up to 1,000. So yeah, I don't know. I found that interesting. I'll definitely look more into that. I do feel like there's funny stuff happening with the numbers though. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Anyway, that's Spotify.
Okay.
Spotify for you.
Well, speaking of Spotify and new music, bro. What was new that was tingling your ear hairs, man?
Oof. You don't like that statement.
Yeah, but you're the one who came up with that statement.
Was it me? I don't know
was
if it was
you.
me. Let's see. Stella Mwangi, formerly known
STL.
as STL, released a song called Talk That Talk.
STL sounds like a fire finisher, like a WWE finisher. She just hit the STL. The STL.
Oh man, what? Yeah, I don't remember.
By God, he just hit the STL. That's how JR would be like.
You even know bro's name.
I'm
I
so
forgot his
sorry.
name. His name is JR actually.
Yeah, JR.
Oh man.
JR the King. Wait, no, there was JR and there was Jerry the King, whatever. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I remember Jerry. Anyway, STL released a song called Talk That Talk. It was interesting. Listen, it's down her lane. Like she has a style of, it's like her music is very energetic, very yeah. So
it's for me. It's very nostalgic of like the year 2012.
Why specifically 2012?
I don't know. It just gives me like if this song is dope.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like it's very reminiscent of that period 2010 to 2011, 12. Like the beat selection.
Yeah.
Just like the vibe in which she's like projecting. It's such a time capsule type of sound. I fuck with it. I like it.
It's interesting.
That's just how it hit my ears.
Yeah, she's been releasing music for a minute, so it's interesting that she's still putting out stuff.
Bro. She's a legend.
Yeah.
I mean, there was let's see. Butros featured in the music releases twice. Yep. So shout out to him. He's really putting in easy work as we anticipate his new album Mtindo.
Speaking of Butros,
whenever it does come out.
Wasn't it was just to get this right? It was Conscience who hopped on the Angela remix, right? Was it Conscience?
Did Conscience hop? I think so.
Was it? Angela.
You need to confirm that. Why?
I just want to check. Because Conscience has been. Yes, it was. All right. Sorry for that. Yeah. So Conscience again.
And Wanda Banton.
Yeah. So Conscience again. He's linked up with another Kenyan. KRG, the Don for Time Bomb. It's interesting how he's focusing on. I mean, how he's doing a bunch of collaborations with Kenyan artists. I wonder what they're thinking. What the thinking is there. Maybe he's just rocking with the Kenyan vibe. But yeah, so KRG the Dawn featuring Conscience, Time Bomb. That was an interesting one.
Yeah. So then like we said, the Butchers, he's released a song called Feeling as a feature. The artist is called Ediv, I believe. Yeah. And then he also featured on the song Nakam, which was by Kalamoto, Saru, and Butros. Then we talked about this earlier. There was the Major Lazer remix from Mwaki. Bro, shout out to Sofian Zhao. She's now on like 1.9 million monthly listeners, which is insane. It is. And then I read a statistic saying that her song is now the most like streamed Kenyan song in history or something like that on Spotify.
That's good to hear, man. I like that.
There was a statistic like that. Because Mwaki is now on like 19 million plays. Yeah, so bro, Sofian Zhao is having the time of her life. And I hope that she really seizes this opportunity. I was telling Sam, I just hope Martin Garrix is somewhere plotting and being like, I just need to fly her out here to the Netherlands to make music.
Yeah.
Bro, that's me. For me, that's my dream, to see Sofian Zhao.
Your dream is to see Sofian Zhao and Martin Garrix make music.
Yeah, that's my dream.
All right,
in more Spotify related wins, TG Black was put as the face of the Fresh Finds hip hop.
Yes. Fire. She's super dope, man. She's super dope. She's super
big, man. That's a playlist that has like over 200,000 like likes and shit. So shout out to TG and her team, man. They're doing bits, man. Like that's actually very insane. So shout out to TG. But bro, for me, the song that stood out this week
was
by my girl Magana. Let's Get Away. Did you listen to that?
It was a cool song. It was a cool song. I've not really listened to her music before as much. I mean, I might have heard her name once or twice. But yeah, this was really cool, man. Some nice, very, very cool R&B-ish vibes. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
So I know. So let me. Okay, listen. I'm doing this for the content, guys. Listen, this is how much I fuck with you guys. So I'm gonna give you guys an insight into the behind the scenes. So I actually knew about Magana like a while ago. She released a song, I believe it was called Drifting, like way back in 2018, and I believe I heard it in 2019, and I reached out to her. So this is like when you're a producer, what you do is you find some artists and they really excite you, and then you just hit them up. So I was like, because I saw the release and I was like, Magana, that name is so familiar, and I was like, wait, I know Magana, and then I was like, yo, I actually hit her up way back in the day, and I still have the DMs. So this is how it usually goes. Yeah. What did you guys like my DMs? This is how young Afam, young. I say
relatively young, young compared to you
4.5 year. Yeah, exactly. So 4.5 year Afam. Wait, 4.5 year ago, Afam in the past. That makes
that's a long way to say what you're trying to say. Read the DMs, man. Let's see what Afam was cooking.
So
he was cooking in the DMs.
Afam listens to Drifting. He's like, yo, this is fire.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And then he's like, hey, what's up? My name's Afam Mefuna. I'm a producer from Nairobi. And I'm like, I came across your song.
Let me grade your. I think the intro is easy. The intro is. I'd give the strong. Intro a good. It's a strong. Yeah, it's a strong lead in. Very simple to the point.
No, out of 10.
This
give
is
me
who
the
I
intro.
am, and this is who I am, and this is what I do. Out of 10, I'm going to say your intro is a solid. Let's go with a safe 7, because 7 is always a safe number when you're doing out of 10.
Safe 7.
Safe 7.
Now, establishing why I'm in the
there
DMs.
We go.
I came across your song Drifting, and I fuck with it heavy.
Okay.
Peep your email. I sent you something. I'd love to work with you. That's it. That's really what I sent.
Okay.
So and then do you want to rate that section, or do you want me to read
I'm thinking about a rating. So I would give that a 5-6. I'm not too fond of peep. I'm not too fond of peep as you're introducing yourself. I feel like maybe if you use more professional words, you could possibly garner more attention.
Check out your email. Check out your email is so generic. Or check your email. So
but peep,
boring
though. So
and generic.
peep shouldn't be the replacement.
Yeah, peep. Yeah,
all right, cool.
Different.
You know what? You're back at your safe 7. That's what you are. You're back at your safe 7.
So Magana replies, and she's so nice. She's like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And then she's like, "Thank you so much." And okay, I'll definitely check my email a little bit later, and I'll let you know. Sparkle emoji, fire. By the way, if you're an artist, emoji, that's just how you reply to. That's how you reply to pesky little producers like myself. Then I said, I'm pretty sure. Now, this is where I was bordering into the cringe. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'll end up sending a bunch of beats before we find, in brackets, the one. And then I put a bunch of ellipses. And then I was like, but I figure at least let's open this conversation and work towards creating something dope. That was the last thing that I said, and that we said in general in 2019. And progressed from there.
That last message might have scared off. Why were you saying before we find like y'all already working together? Take me through your thought process. Yes, take me to your thought process. That's a solid 5. That's a solid 4-5, by the way.
No, I'm a high volume producer. Like, and by that I mean I produce a lot, but like everything I produce won't be great. Do you know?
Yeah.
What I mean? So when I'm working with
that's
artists,
everyone's struggle.
No, there's some people who like all the shit they produce is really fire. For me, that's
the thing. Something is fire to anyone. So you don't think it's fire, but then there's probably someone who will listen to all your beats and say, "Bro, Afam's the one." So.
Anyway, that being said, the beat I sent her probably wasn't great. I'm pretty sure it wasn't great. So which is why I didn't get a response back. And that's fine. Like this, like bro, I mean, I totally understand. Bro, there's so many times I send duds to people. But I what it is just interesting. It's just interesting that like the whole, because I saw the name and I was like, wait, I know this name from somewhere. So I was like, bro, it's so funny. Like I actually DM'd her like way back. But for me personally, that was the best song that came out this week.
Yeah.
Like I know she's grown up like in Nairobi. Like she's grown up here in Kenya. Like all her childhood. I know in her bio it states that she's her parents are Ugandan and Tanzanian. But I feel like, yo, bro, listen, she's Kenyan. Like she's like, bro, like I've experienced her like in the Kenyan scene, like
Kenyan scene.
I wouldn't have known she wasn't Kenyan if I didn't read the bio, because like even back then, like her music, like it was just So, Sam, if you would allow me, would you?
Yeah, sure. You would. Let's play Magana. Let's play Magana. I'm just thinking of the day where I say no, I'm not allowing you. Like, how is that going to go?
I was gonna play
exactly.
It anyway. This is just
you're just being polite.
A formality.
You're just being
But yo, listen, shout out to Magana for getting back into the game and releasing music after so long. But yo, here is her reintroduction. So this is Let's Get Away by Magana.
Swallow hesitation, dust discretion off your clothes. Trying to find my way back to a place that I don't know the love. Swear I can see it every time we touch. Oh, what a dancer calmly sways. Points to a land past snatches way. A land where we're not yearning for these moments so far gone. So won't you go? Travel down this road on my own. Freedom if there's no one to hold. Believe me, tell me, is your darling done so effortlessly? Oh my, no need to fantasize this. I know that we can find it, baby. It's driving me crazy. This holding back's insane, insane. I've been searching, trying to say, let's get away, let's get away. But you're deserting, trying to stay, trying to stay. Now we're dashing past the floodlights, all this tension and desire. Two broken bodies breaking wind and breathing fire. Our feet beat on the pavement, our hearts beat overdrive. Just as I think we'll make it, that's when you turn to me with such a subtlety. Eyes filled with salty beats, and that's when I feel someone, not you or me, that's lurking in the dark. You cry, and I feel a strike. Shots of joy emerge from behind. A hole in my side, you're stuck on a palm so pale. Is your conscience weighing on? So why don't you let me see your face? Why don't you let me see your eyes? Deep in my eyes, you stare, your reflection there. You feels my demise. I've been searching, trying to say, let's get away, let's get away. But you're deserting, trying to stay, trying to stay, trying to stay.
that was Let's Get Away by Magana. Again,
Cool
shout
vibes.
out to her. The production on that was sick.
Cool
Very
vibes. Cool vibes.
Alex Isley-esque. Like, I really loved the production. I wish there was a production credit on the Spotify because I really want to know who made that
Yeah.
beat. Because let me see if
maybe
she
you can
put it on
DM
her
DM
social
again.
media. Let me see.
Maybe this time don't use peep. Maybe this time keep away from peep. Find something else to say.
It only so it was produced by Dream Life Beats. So she gives credits on her socials. So it's produced by Dream Life Beats. I don't know Dream Life Beats.
Oh,
I
Dream
don't
Life.
think he's Kenyan.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam. And then it was mixed by a person called Micah Wyatt.
Shout out to the both of you.
Micah Wyatt seems to be in high demand because I can see here that Xenia also follows Micah, so I guess he's a good mixologist. But yeah,
Good
shout
info.
out to Magana and
Yeah, shout out to her.
huh?
No, I'm saying
What?
I'm saying no, it's shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah. But Sam, there goes another episode 59, the episode of abundance and success and just prosperity. Listen, guys, if you listen to this podcast, if you spent time with Sam and I for this hour just listening to us, just know that your week will be full of abundance and prosperity and success. Actually, not just your week, your whole entire
life,
existence.
Right? And your generations,
exactly.
your future generations,
or even your generations after.
Up to the 10th generation.
Listen, your generations won't even know, but just because you listened to episode 59, the blessings that they have, they stem from this. They stem, like this is the inception of all those blessings.
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
Shout out to you for
and your future
spending time
generations. Shout out to all of you, man. Like, we really do
But
hope.
yeah, Sam, unless you have anything else that you wanted to
I,
say.
in fact, do not.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Oh, bro, you faked all of us.
Thank
Bro,
you.
man, I was actually taking you serious.
Sorry, my bad. Thank you for listening, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for...
You did the podcast equivalent of doing a step over. But...
man. Hey, listen, it's been great.
It has. Shout out to you guys. And the next episode is the big episode 60. We're really moving up there. We're in our 60s now. We can't even say we're middle-aged anymore, Sam. Like, we're reaching into the twilight years. No, let me not say that. That's not good. But like, I
don't know.
You know what? In 2024, we're doing shorter outros. So, guys,
thank you for listening.
We'll see you
catch you in episode 60.
Thank you for listening. Exactly. Goodbye.